Hey everybody, welcome to the Sky Lounge. This is Sky High, episode number 57, and I forgot what day it was. I'm not even fucking lying, man. I didn't even realize it was fucking Tuesday today. And, in a span of a couple of days, Vegas has gotten so fucking hot that I can't rock the Jedi robe anymore. That actually bums me out a little bit. So, can't record outdoors, because again, it gets hot as shit. Can't wear the Jedi robe, it's hot as shit. So we settle for the little sunglass look here, little old lady sunglasses look, but even this, I might have to ditch for the recording. And I won't lie to you, boys and girls. I had this episode planned out for either Sunday or Monday, and again, completely forgot what day it was. Video games tend to fuck with my brain when I don't have anything to do, meaning I'll play like 8-12 hour stretches without realizing what time it is. And the only kind of touch with reality I have within that span is just letting the puppies out to take a shit. So this has become a very interesting fucking time, indeed, for all of us. But what was truly an interesting time, over the weekend at least, was the NFL draft. Now, there's been countless videos already all around YouTube talking about the 2020 NFL draft. But I just want to highlight a couple of things because I will say right now, there is a plan to talk about the draft, to free agency, and previewing the 2020 NFL season in its entirety in a separate video. So I don't want to talk about too much of the teams right now and their situation because I think that ties in total with what we can preview. But the 2020 NFL draft was an amazing breath of fresh air within this quarantine, where it was 3 days and 55 million viewers tuned in. 55 million. You have to realize the draft, the draft captured more fucking audiences, probably more than the World Series collectively. Like all 7 games combined, they probably collected more fucking viewers in the NFL draft. I don't know the numbers. I'm just guessing right now, but that's how big the NFL is. That's how big football is. And when you have an institution like football that's so recognizable and that was so anticipated, especially here in Las Vegas, it's kind of a shame that the draft, went virtual. But at the same time, I thought it was great the way the NFL draft was handled virtually. I feel like the players had their moments with their parents more. It felt more genuine than kind of the dress-up show. But it was supposed to take place in Las Vegas this year. However, due to the pandemic, the 2021 NFL draft will still continue in Cleveland as planned, but the 2022 NFL draft will take place in Las Vegas. So definitely trying to get to both of those. I realized something. Kind of in the midst of watching the draft, you realize this kind of regionalism in football, but realizing also that this country is so fucking big. That you got recognizable shit wherever you go. And the most recognizable shit, especially in this draft, was a little fucking school called LSU. Now, I know they're not a little school, but LSU with 14 draft picks. 14 draft picks. Ties Ohio State's 2004 number at 214. So, pretty incredible stuff. And I know the Seattle Seahawks got a couple of LSU guys in there, wide receiver / tight end, and a right guard. And surprisingly enough, the Seattle Seahawks also released longtime center Justin Britt and longtime guard, actually 2-year guard with the Seattle Seahawks, but he was fantastic, in DJ Fluker. So best of luck to both those lads in the future, whatever team they may be in. Even if they go in an NFC West rival, I will still love to cheer on Justin Britt and DJ Fluker. But the Seattle Seahawks reloaded in a couple of fronts. And again, I want to talk about specific teams in a separate video altogether. So as for the draft itself, man, I mean, I thought it was incredible. I thought everything that took place was kind of awesome, even if there were moments where I fell asleep. I was doing my typical draft routine where I catch the entire first fucking round. By day 2, I'm asleep by maybe the last 3 or 4 picks of the 3rd round, unless the Seattle Seahawks have something special in mind, which they had a couple of curious picks. And so it's just this normal routine of watching the NFL draft, falling asleep and all that shit. And I got to tell you, that kind of touch with normality, it was pretty awesome. I think collectively, as a country, we felt invigorated that this draft happened. And, you know, Mr. Irrelevant is the title given to the last draft pick in the NFL draft. And that goes to Tay Crowder, linebacker out of Georgia, to the New York Giants. And even little minute things like that you just appreciate, especially in this uncertain time, right? In times of uncertainty, having some sense of familiarity is very welcoming, and it's also, you know, very helpful. Jesus Christ, fucking shit on words. But what I don't shit on is how good ESPN's documentaries are. If you guys haven't started watching The Last Dance, what are you doing? What are you doing? Oh, I'm not a fan of basketball. No. If you love sports ball, guys, if you love sports ball, you have to check out The Last Dance. It is an absolutely incredible series. It's only into 4 episodes, part of a 10-episode, 10-part documentary on ESPN. It'll release every Sunday, 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And, you know, each and every time I watch The Last Dance, I just have this, feeling of goosebumps from brain to actual body of watching greatness at work. Greatness of Michael Jordan. And this is where my frustration comes in with the younger generation. And here's the thing. I have to also put a little asterisk here. I'm 28. By no means am I an old man. By no means am I a young man. But I am in my late 20s. And I've seen basketball. I've studied basketball in terms of their history. I'm watching documentaries, reading books. And nowadays you have these young kids who, in a world where you base your opinions off of the vast majority's kind of simple, ignorant funnel in a little fucking platform called Twitter. You use that shit to justify your fucking argument, but when you watch the actual tape, the numbers, and understand the context of individual players, you have to realize, like, you can't fucking just throw out disrespect to old school players. Take, for example, Larry Bird. Larry Bird has to be one of the most disrespected fucking superstars, NBA superstars ever. Especially now. Within the last, I would say really, within the last 3-4 years, there's been a noticeably growing crowd of fuckboys saying Larry Bird isn't good. And it's like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, I'm smoking this shit. But what the fuck are y'all smoking right now saying Larry Bird isn't one of the best fucking players to ever play the goddamn game? Larry, in my mind, is still a top 10 player in NBA history. Absolutely. I mean, you ask anybody that knows basketball, you say Larry Bird is in the top 10 fucking list. And whoever doesn't put Tim Duncan in there, they're ridiculous, and I want to slap them in the fucking face. But that's kind of the whole point. You have this era of hyperbole, and modern day superstars in the NBA get all these accolades, get all these retweets and social media hoopla, and all of a sudden they're the best fucking thing since canned bread or fucking canned corn, cream corn, whatever the fuck, man. But it's stupid as shit. Because when you watch the actual tape, it's like, you can't fucking say that. I've seen actual people suggest that... Okay. Oh, shit. I want to light it up before I start talking about this next comparison, because I was so genuinely pissed off about this next one that I was scratching my head a little bit. Like, Steve Nash and Russell Westbrook are in the same category as point guards. I'm sorry. I love Russell Westbrook, but you are nowhere fucking near the legacy that Steve Nash has. And in terms of talent and tier of what this fucking article was suggesting, it's just some fucking opinion piece, but I got so fucking ticked off about it, man. To suggest Steve Nash is not within a top echelon of point guards in NBA history is ignoring the entirety of the NBA in the early 2000s. That's what it is. This fascination with forwards and point scorers. You get that shit so wrapped up in your head, it's like, you understand that basketball isn't just scoring fucking points. It's about doing teamwork. It's about putting up defense. It's about giving the right fucking look. It's about creating space. Triangle, right? Fucking triangle, Phil, Tex. But to suggest that Steve Nash is only in the same category as Russell Westbrook, what the fuck? I like Russ, but no. Steve Nash is, in my mind, still eons above Russell Westbrook as of right now. Because Russell still has a couple years to play. Who the hell knows how long he plays? Who the hell knows how productive he stays in terms of the rebounding, the assisting? Dude's a beast. But we gotta stop it with this hyperbole shit, man. It's getting absolutely insane. But who the hell am I kidding? We're all gonna jump on the fucking next big dick. Oh, it's this guy. I know I do it with Luka. I'm not gonna lie. I love Luka Doncic. I would love for him to succeed. But the whole thing with sports is you won't know until the end. You won't know until that player retires. After Tim Duncan and Dirk Nowitzki retired, you get a bigger sense of how great certain players are. And then topping that off, Dwayne Wade, retiring just, last year? Year and a half ago? I mean, Jesus Christ, it feels like it's so long ago. But you have to wait until the player retires to get the entire context and story of their NBA career to fully judge what they are. And yes, I am absolutely talking about LeBron James, because as great as he is, can we stop talking about this shit like the MJ, LBJ debate? There is no debate. There is no fucking debate. There was never a fucking debate. I can't believe that people fucking do this shit on a talk show fucking 5 days a goddamn week and get paid millions of dollars for it. Fucking Skip Bayless and Shannon Sharp. There is no fucking debate. MJ is the greatest. Like, he's God tier. You don't fuck with God tier, man. But LBJ is certainly in that list of Kobe, Tim Duncan, certainly, Kareem, Magic, within that general sphere. But man, come on, guys. When you talk MJ and try to water down what he did, it's so laughable how noobish you look like in terms of basketball. And man, when you gotta fucking put people down like that, it's fun. At the same time, it's embarrassing. Because we want the sports ball community to be somewhat logical and with common sense. But yeah, again, who the fuck am I kidding? Talking to like a fucking canyon of nothing. Oh, hey! talk logic, use evidence, common sense, highlights and tapes, take historical context. No! Okay, all right. But right now, sports ball is still in hiatus. Yes. We don't know when, certain cities are going to open. We don't know when sports ball will continue. Hell, we don't know if Kim Jong-un is fucking dead. So, it's an interesting time of uncertainty that we live in, boys and girls, but I'll tell you this. Stay inebriated when you need to, and stay productive when you can. That's about it. So, signing off, boys and girls. Follow me at the Sky Lounge on all the links in the description below. Like, comment, subscribe for more daily content and triple chins. I've been really lazy about uploading, but now, fuck off.